How to Be Dutch, the quiz, as read by the author, me, Greg Shapiro, the American Netherlander. Welcome to How to Be Dutch, the quiz, the questions that should be on the Dutch citizenship exam. At least that's what I think, as the American Netherlander who's been living here for 25 years now. This book is a follow-up to How to Be Orange, an Alternative Dutch Assimilation Course, my first book. Because how can you have a citizenship course without an exam? In How to Be Orange, you can find some of the actual questions from the actual online Dutch assimilation quiz, such as this one. You are sitting with a colleague at a terrace. At the table next to you, there are two men kissing and caressing each other. You are bothered by this. What do you do? A. Remain seated and act as if you are not offended. B. You tell the men that they should go sit somewhere else. C. You say loudly to your colleague what you think about homosexuality. The answer A. If you answered C, I suppose you can stop reading this book now. As for the other answers, I understand the idea behind them, but what gets me is not the answers themselves, but the wording of the question. You are bothered by this. I mean, personally, I wouldn't be bothered by this, but to answer the question correctly, I have to pretend to be someone who is bothered by this, who is pretending not to be bothered by this. And according to the wording, the men are not just kissing. If any couple would put on such a public display of affection in the Netherlands, I know plenty of Dutch people who would have no problem saying, "Get a room, doe normaal." Now, the online assimilation exam also gives examples of how some famous Dutch people have scored. Jacques de Ancona, TV journalist, scored a 4.7. Out of 10, Howard Komproe, comedian, scored 4.6. Victoria Koblenko, soap opera actress, 4.0. None of them achieved a passing grade of 5.5. And 1 year, the Dutch assimilation test questions appeared on TV. The winners were Chinese food delivery guys. So, with that in mind, welcome to my self-made quiz. Can't be any worse than the official one. If you were looking for an official guide to the Netherlands, this is not it. If you are looking for some odd Dutch quirks in snarky quiz form, then this book is for you. Previously. Before we take the quiz, let's review the Dutch track record so far. It includes a lot of things that you may take for granted. In fact, wherever you are in the world, you can play a game I like to call Look Around the Room and Touch What's Dutch. From Dutch product names to Dutch artists to Dutch innovations, there's a lot that's generally hiding in plain sight. The artwork hanging on your wall, the long life light bulb in your hall, carrots that are orange, wow, who knew? Wi-Fi, yes, that's Dutch too. The first operational submarine, Senseo, that crappy coffee machine, Sens, the umbrella shaped like a bat, streets that are really, really flat, Lady Melisandre from Game of Thrones, and Dario, slipping Khaleesi the bone, DJ Chesto, Mata Hari, the first ever speeding cameras, sorry, Philips, Shell, KLM, Unilever, DSM, We Transfer, Heineken, Anne Frank and Van Halen, MC Escher, Hieronymus Bosch, Rembrandt, Vincent van Gogh, Erasmus, Spinoza, René Descartes, this weird bald guy, the world champion of darts, the word Yankee, the word cookie, and Johan Cruyff, R.I.P. Some of the finest football the world has ever seen. Except not exactly the men, more like the women in 2019. And that's just a sample. Stay tuned for the beginning of How to Be Dutch, the quiz. I'll be making regular updates chapter by chapter, and if you want to be informed when they drop, please subscribe now.